Legendary Gamers.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting StarCraft II Shoutcast. I am your Shoutcast announcer here, Mr. Worm. Today we have got a 1v1 here on Ohana, I believe it is. We've got, as you can obviously see down here by the text, we've got Mouse Hasu, also known as Hasuabs. And up in the top left-hand corner is the Teal Protoss, is ATN Sok, or Sake. Hasu here, I've got a little interesting background here. From June 2nd to June 3rd, 2012, Hasuabs participated in the WCS in Germany. He defeated Arklo, TLO, Kras, and Sok. Hasuabs grabbed second place by a score of 1-2 and then 0-2 after losing to Sok because Sok made it all the way through the losers bracket and faced him in the finals. Now, this is EPS winner. So that's where this is taken from, and this is going to be game number 1 for these guys. What makes this really interesting is that because Mouse beat Sok and then Sok beat Mouse, now we've got this nice little, best of 3 going on here. So this is going to be really interesting to see exactly how this turns out. Both of them just going ahead and standard builds so far. They look pretty much identical. A little bit of scouting going on over here. While we have got, excuse me here, see if I can Alt-Tab and scroll down here. Get a little history on Sok here. In early 2012, Sok qualified for pool play of MLG Winter Arena by defeating Mers, Dodoro, and losing to Huck and Gonzi. And although he lost his, although he got last in Group 1 with a score of 1-4, he made an impressive run through the lower championship bracket, defeating Puma, DeMuslim, Crazy Movement, and the STC. Now, those names just themselves tell me a lot. For instance, that means Sok is crazy good. But we both know that Hasu and Sok are both crazy good. So I guess it doesn't really matter too much there. Cybernetic score going down. And no cybernetic score yet for Hasu. He's gone for the Zealot first. So, and looks like he just wants to get a little defensive here, play it safe. Going for a second gas. Already got a second gas up here for Sok. And that's, I guess that's about right. It's a little early for a second gas. I think that that Hasu's build here is a little more standard, and Sok looks like he's gone for a little bit of an earlier gas. That being said, that has allowed Hasu to get his gateway tech just a little bit sooner. And I'm looking at the energy on the the energy on the Nexus here. So Sok goes ahead and he starts spending his chrono boosting out the gateway tech, whereas Hasu has decided to chrono boost out a Stalker instead. So it looks like he's going to be trying to be a little aggressive. Oh, dropping a Robo Bay. Where did he drop that? There we go. Robo Bay coming down for Sok here. So Sok has decided to forego the initial defense, just getting out the 1 Sentry and the 1 Zealot, and is going to go for a little more of a tech-based play. So that's going to be interesting because Hasu right now, it's not like he could change over to a 4-gate. He could do some damage, but he's not going to 4-gate. He's probably going to 3-gate Robo based on this build. He's nailing the 2 gas, he's chrono boosting out the gateway research, and down comes the Twilight Council. So I'm going to assume with that second Stalker already out that it would be, well, I wanted to say Blink Play. However, he's getting a Sentry here, and that's not vindicative of Blink Play. Normally, everything you would get from that point on would be Stalkers. The only reason he would want to get that Sentry is if he wants to defend. And now the Observer coming out for Sake. And there is a Stalker. Hasu is just taking a look, just trying to see if there's an expansion. Right about now, right about the 35 to 40 supply is roughly, and there is that Blink Play. So it's going to be Blink Play versus Immortals. In which case, I would probably have to give Hasu the advantage on that because Blink Play beats Immortals. And see, there's that expansion. Was what I was trying to say a second ago. Right about 35 to 40 supply is generally when you see the expansion come down for Protoss. And with that nice little pack sitting there, he's got a good amount to defend. Without Hasu having some kind of upper level vision, he's not really going to be able to get in there. And even if he does blink in up the ramp, then he's going to be trapped up against Zealots, which I would anticipate I'd see some more Zealots coming down, and hey, what do you know, I'm actually right for once. Yay! Yay for me! And that's exactly what he does not want to do. So he probably will just sit back, take the towers, take the expansion, and see if he can't get out something else. Because while if he was in open ground, like for instance, if Sake were to take this army and push out, Hasu would have a much stronger ability at defeating this army. However, because of the placement of it, there's really just no chance unless he gets an observer and blinks, up these rocks, which I don't even know if he can blink up a double edge. I think you can. I think you can blink up a double edge. But there's just really not a lot of area here, and he's got 2 immortals sitting up here just in case, Yeah. So he's not going to be aggressive right now. Hasu's just sitting back, he's chilling. He's like, no, I'll get my expansion up. However, he is late on the expansion. Sokka's already got his expo up, and he is continuing to drone. Let's go ahead and check the harvester count. It is 29 over 31, so Hasu is actually in the lead with the harvester count, probably because he spent a bit more, and there are double robotics bays coming down right now. So they're both going to go for Colossus. That's interesting for him to be following up with Immortal with Colossus. That's pretty gas heavy, but is what it is. I mean, you got to go to the next tier. I mean, you can't just sit on the tier that you're on. And watching these professionals play, I mean, look, we're at 9 minutes and 30 seconds, and these guys are already talking the word Colossus. For most Protoss players of amateur-ish status, they wouldn't even think about the word Colossus until 11, 12 minutes. But not these guys. Especially not with that nice little observer that Sok got. So, and of course, with the second robotics bay, with the robotics facility down coming for Hasu. Looks like he's going to take a look up here and see what's up there. See, it looks like he did. Did he actually try to blink up? I think he did. I think you may not. I'm going to have to check this out later because I'm really curious whether you can blink up a double edge. What do you think about that, Dave?
It's possible. As long as the distance isn't too far, you should be able to.
I think we're on the map Ohana. You want to go test that out for me and see if you can blink up this double edge?
Ohana. Yeah, I'll look.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so looks like we've got Colossus coming out here for Hasu, and we've got Colossus coming out for Sok, and they're both probably going to be Corona boosting out that Thermal Lance, and looks like +1 is coming out here for Hasu. I haven't actually seen any forges go down for Sok. Oh, I'm sorry. There is actually a forge and +1 coming down as well. So their timing is nearly identical. Their supply is nearly identical. Their builds are nearly identical. The only difference here is that one person has got a Blink Stalkers, and the other one went out and got the Immortals instead. So they're both very viable builds. Looks like Hasu's hiding a pylon over here. I'm guessing that's so he can blink, or Dark Templar into the 4th if he needs to. That's clever, I think that's a very clever little play. Oh, watch it. There is an engagement there, and Hasu blinks away and retreats. He knows that he cannot take that army, not with those 2 Colossus sitting in there. And of course, Sok did go ahead and he got the second robotics facility, so he's going to be able to make Colossus at a faster rate. He's going to have to drop the 3rd, and right now, he should feel very comfortable taking that 3rd. And Hasu really needs to start thinking about taking his 3rd as well. Let's go back to the harvester count here, 46 over 54. Hasu is pretty much saturated. He's well in the economic lead at this point, and he should be dropping another forge, but instead he's getting charged. And he's actually got 2 Colossus coming at a time, so he did actually drop a second robotics facility, and there it is way in the back there. Huh, that's very clever. Like, I look at professionals and the way that they drop their buildings, and I really have to wonder about this sometimes. Because, I mean, like, if he'd been playing a Terran, I bet his building placement would be completely different. It'd be, I mean, he's obviously safeguarded from drops by this edge. Is that just a natural tendency when you play, or So I would like to see, how Hasu places his buildings when it comes to, playing different races. I think that'd be interesting to see. But both of them holding the towers, and I think those towers just about overlap. Let's take a look here. They just about overlap. The vision ends, right in front of it. So take a look at Sock, see what he's doing real quick. Take a look at Hasu. See what he's doing. He's got full chrono boost there, dropping a bunch of zealots. And he sees exactly what's going on here. He knows exactly what's happening. Okay. So right now these guys are just continuing to macro up as they both drop their thirds. And there goes Hasu's Observer. And that's going to be, kind of one of those bummer moments. But both these guys are going for +2 right now. They haven't really invested too much in anything else. Here's a bunch of High Templar coming down, so I'm suspecting those are probably going to turn into Archons, and there they go. So I think army-wise, Sock's going to be in a better position. There's a Warp Prism coming out for Hasu right now, and it looks like he's pressing to move out. I mean, he just pushed forward, but I mean, with this positioning that Sock has is really, really good. I mean, this is tough to push with. I mean, Hasu could probably swing up to the right-hand side if he wanted to, and get up on the high ground, and then use this choke right here to attack with, the extended thermal lance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check the actual army tab real quick. 175 or 176. These guys are dead even at this point. However, there is a lot more gas for Sock. And here we go. It looks like we're getting an engagement now. There is almost a perfect concave there for Sock, and Hasu's just like, nope, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I mean, that would be a really bad maneuver to push into this. They say, militarily speaking, whenever one individual tries to make an attack, what are you doing, Hasu? Don't. Oh, wow, that is a perfect concave against Hasu. However, he has got a lot of zealots in there, and they are really chewing it up. Wow, how are those zealots lasting that long? These are the magical zealots, and it does look like Hasu is setting up to take this. Why is he backing out? I mean, he could have easily. I mean, he's got 5 Colossus sitting in there. I don't understand what the thinking is here. I mean, maybe he just got a little nervous. I think he just got a little nervous, and it looks like Hasu is bringing in some extra zealots from the back with that charge. He's going to actually take down this extra Colossus and he does get it. With 40 hit points left on that zealot, he actually manages to take it, and Sock GG's out of this game as the other 5 Colossus come up and begin doing the assist. There was nothing he could do. I don't know where those zealots came in from or how they managed to get in here, but apparently, they were left to their own devices. And that's a very good game. And Hasu takes game number 1.